Each sarcomere contains many parallel overlapping thin actin represented by the pipe cleaners and thick myosin filaments represented by the Twizzlers. The muscle contracts when these filaments slide past each other, resulting in a shortening of the sarcomere and thus the muscle. Muscle contraction, also known as a power stroke, is initiated when the muscle fibers are stimulated by nerve impulses and calcium ions are then released. The troponin units on the actin myofilaments are bound by calcium ions. The binding site displaces tropomyosin along the myofilaments, which in turn exposes the myosin binding sites. At this stage, the head of each myosin unit is bound to an ADP and a phosphate molecule and binds to the actin myofilaments via the newly exposed myosin binding sites. The two myofilaments glide past each other, propelled by a head-first movement of the myosin units, powered by the chemical energy stored in their head. As the units move, they release ADP molecules to their heads. The gliding motion is then halted when the ATP molecules bind to the myosin head, thus severing the bonds between myosin and actin. The ATP molecules are now decomposed into ADP and phosphate. With the energy released by this reaction stored in the myosin heads, they are now ready to be used in the next cycle of movement.